Hello, Board of Education. This is Coach David Prater at Arcadia Valley High School and the Memorial J.D. McGuffey High School gym. Today, I'd like to talk to you guys about adding the program to our athletics, and that program would be boys volleyball. The interest level is growing around the United States, and I surveyed 22 boys, and I think that would be a great sport to add to the group of sports that we already have here at Arcadia Valley. As you can see, we already have the net and poles. We have two sets, so we could have a JV and a varsity team with two nets for JV and varsity team. As you can see, we have holes where you can set up the courts sideways, or you can do the traditional full court to where there wouldn't be any added expenditures. Since they're already here for the girls volleyball team, we can just add on to those and not add any expenditures. We have a great facility here to where it's capable of hosting several people, to where we could build this sport off the ground. We also have a pretty decent weight room to add to the players' physical needs here. As you can see here, we have a weight room, that's pretty stacked to build the boys volleyball program. We have squat machines, bench machines, dumbbells, kettlebells, a stationary bike for people who need to ride. We have various things for those student athletes. Let's see, let's just talk a little bit about the costs now. So the first cost we'd like to talk about is the coaching stipends. You're going to need a head and an assistant coach. I'd put that around $7,000. And then uniforms, you're going to need about 20 uniforms. I'd say 10 on each team, 10 players on each team, JV and varsity. So I'd put that about 4,000. Equipment. So as I showed you earlier, we already have the nets, we already have balls, we already have carts, all from the girls program. So we're putting those equipment for about $2,500, which could vary, higher or lower depending on what we need, because we can use what we already have with those. Facility preparation, floor markings and net upgrades. We won't need much of those, either one of those things, because we already have the markings for traditional volleyball court for the girls, using the girls side of it. So that wouldn't cost much, but we have $3,000 set aside just for that. We have $2,500 set aside for travel, going to and from different competitions, and then another $1,500 set aside for the officials. You have to have two officials, a high net, a net judge, and a floor judge. You have to pay for them for all your home games. So we have another $1,500 set aside for them. And then marketing promotion, that's another $500, and then miscellaneous. We set aside $1,000 for miscellaneous, for tournament fees and any kind of contingencies that you don't know that may pop up. That set us at a $22,000 budget just to get this program started off the ground, and I think we could reciprocate our money back in a few years of this program, because this is the things that won't be needed every year on a yearly basis, not a daily basis. The uniforms, you would probably do a 4-year rotation on those. The balls, you would probably just pick up a few here and there as needed. Floor maintenance is not coming out of your budget, because that's going to be a school thing that gets done yearly. The net upgrade, that's going to be when as needed. So after that initial $22,000, you won't spend near as much of that on a yearly basis. As you can see, we already have everything needed to get this program off the ground. And I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit, of what our facilities look like. Long-term considerations, uniforms and equipment will have a 3 to 5 year lifespan. Minimal recurring costs after the initial facility setup, that $22,000 that we talked about. Potential revenue through gate receipts and concessions. You're gonna receive that every time you have a home game. In conclusion, launching a boys volleyball program would be a cost-effective, student-supported initiative that fills the gaps in the male spring sports. The startup cost is reasonable relative to other sports, and a long-term sustainability is strong due to shared facilities and increasing regional interest. Boys volleyball is a sport that's on the rise. In our area of Missouri, it wasn't a big focus, but now it's growing up. I know Southeast Missouri, Cape Jackson area, they have boys volleyball teams that are seeing success and significant growth. This gives boys another option in the spring because there isn't indoor sport at my school in spring sports. We have baseball and we have track and golf, so they're all outside sports. And our indoor facility isn't used during the spring. So this will give boys another option that can see a lot of positive growth. Thank you for your time.